Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Going Medieval. So this one will be the last one of the season. We will come back to this game. So the first thing that I want to do is get these chickens and cows moved over to the new pen. We'll be working on that today, and I think we'll also do some other stuff. Later on, what we ended up unlocking was the carpet making. We started working towards that as it will help boost our rooms. So we told some of the settlers to help with moving the chickens, and the cow was already moved over as well as a couple other chickens, so we were able to get some of that done during the night. Our wood supply really pretty much just consists of this one pile, so we really desperately need wood at this point, so we'll probably chop down some trees pretty soon. Outside of the back gate, I found a whole bunch of trees that could be chopped down, so they were all pretty much mature or dead, so we were able to schedule those in and then open up the gate. When I assigned Lee to actually start working on chopping down the trees, though, he decided to chop down a lot of the other trees that didn't really necessarily need to be chopped down at the moment. Though he eventually made it outside and started chopping down some of the trees nearby, so that was good. We were able to get quite a bit of wood from those particular trees because of his skill level. We also started working on finishing the interior of this particular workshop, so basically there was some wood that was still present, but we'll be probably changing that in the future, I think. So there was one project that I did start that we weren't able to finish this season, and that was getting a level down to a lower part of the basement, so we'll probably be building a lower level too. I then noticed that there was two more little puppies in the Great Hall, so we assigned those to hauling, and we're able to get some wood pulled in. There is a little bit of a problem though. There are wolves nearby, so we're going to have to send out, I think it's Christian or Angus to go hunt those down. So that's basically what we did. We hunted down a couple of the wolves, and we did leave a couple on the map, unfortunately, because I didn't notice that they were around, but we did get most of them done. During the night, I noticed that there was only two more on the map over there, so I will eventually take care of them, but it was not for this particular reason. A merchant arrived, and they're all the way on the other side of the map, but they'll work their way over to our gate that is open. They got quite a bit of ways to go, though. When morning came, we were able to trade some stuff for some gold coins and a few other things. They did have a ballista turret, but we definitely couldn't afford that. That's pretty expensive. So one of the things that I've been meaning to do was basically put down a better table and chairs for our Great Hall. We didn't get all of it complete today, but we did get some of one set done. So the next thing that we worked on was getting the area around here basically unlocked so they can start building the next pen for the cows. Well, cow, I guess. We also worked on expanding that floor for the storage room, so that was basically a really good improvement for more space. So there's been something that I've been wanting to do for quite a bit of time, and that's basically get a market stall set up so when traders come, they actually go somewhere. So we put down some better pathways, and then what we worked on was getting a market stall in there, tucked right under our little archway there, so I think that will look really good when it's finished. We did unlock something that I was interested in, but due to the shape of the room and everything, it's just not quite set up for that yet, so we'll have to do some renovations, I think. Another thing that I noticed was in our storage pile, we had a rug produced by Angus. It was a pretty good rug, so I thought I would put it in the bard's room just to kind of decorate it a little bit more. While I was there, I was just getting some of the tasks needed for the rooms for our warden and bard. We're slowly working towards getting them upgraded to a next tier, but it's going to be a while, I think. A new settler arrived, and though they're not good for range combat, something that we would really need, they can still help with melee, so I definitely took them in. Realistically, we wouldn't be able to get the construction for this entire project done on this level, so I just started focusing on this section. And I think what we're going to do is start putting in better walls for the bases. There's stone brick ones, so we'll probably go with those for our main buildings. We were able to get one of the sections all set up at the base, and we also started working on an upper floor. I think it's about time to expand up now, so that's basically what we're going to be doing. Down in the cellar, we were making major progress, and we were able to get some stuff planned, and a actual cow, a female one, arrived, so we'll be able to start breeding our cows. Though I did not know at the time that that cow arrived, it was wild, so we would have to tame it. So I decided to go take out those remaining wolves for the time being. After that, we did the last taming attempt, and we were able to haul that into our settlement. So we were able to pull that in immediately. So before we actually made it back with the cow, there was a raid that started. These ones are the Wood Bandits, and there's a lot of them. Yeah. So the first important thing was getting those gates closed, and I got the cow in, and we just needed to basically close the outer gate and then close in the inner one. They're already attacking at this point. So what we basically just did was get everyone as much as possible to our tower location, because that's how it worked for us in the past, and I'll worry about Sandy and a couple other strays in the village while they're approaching. So thankfully we're able to pause and unpause when we need to, but everyone is pretty much ready to go. I just need to get them to the gate, and yeah, so I was trying to figure out best approach to attack, just checking all the walls, making sure that everything was good. And I did learn a couple things at this point after the raid. I'll get into that in a little bit. But there was one settler that did not have any armor or any weapons, so we needed to gear them up as well, while getting everyone over to the little tower that we have. It's not even really that big of a room to really fight in, but it basically bottlenecks them, so it does help a little bit. But we needed to get our archers up onto the tower and get everyone from all over the town to this one tower, because that's probably where they're all going to be focused on. So I was a little bit wrong on that. Later on, I did notice that they came in through one of the walls. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. They just breached it, they tore it down, and decided to walk right through. That is actually really close, because we were able to get just everyone in time before they decided to do that. But yeah, overall, we were just getting that one last person set up, both of the archers in place. They're already starting to approach the wall over there. And the only other thing that we needed to do was get basically a couple people in here. I still had Sandy, I think, and the other person not there yet. There was some banging on a wall, but I didn't hear that at the time. And Sandy was way over there still, and I needed to get her over to the room, and I totally forgot about her. I'm like, oh shoot, is that everyone? I'm like, no, there's some people missing. So after we got that, there were the snipers on the tower were taking out some of the people in the river there that were traveling over. And then I noticed immediately that there were breaking off into two groups. One was over there by the door, and then there was another one, a couple other people that were breaching in through the other side there. So yeah, it was kind of just really close to get. As you can see, they were just around the corner when Sandy was going into the door there. Thankfully, they were more focused on breaking down that gate than actually fighting in the thing. But we got Sandy up on the top there because she's really important to us. And everyone else is at the bottom. And then I told Angus to get snipe out that guy, because he's the one that breached everything. And didn't get him sniped right away, but Angus was taking quite a few shots at, so we were able to kind of get him pulled back into the thing. There's a few archers down there too, but Angus's armor is holding up pretty good, so... But we were able to switch places with them and just let our melee people kind of take the brunt of it. A few of them did fall, but they did not die, so actually no one died in this particular attack, though it was pretty close for some of them. I had Sandy on the upper floor just to help, and then I sent her down after to kind of reinforce everything. So she did help fend it off quite a bit. I don't think we would have been able to do it without Sandy going down there. But it was really down to a couple people left when the battle was pretty much over, but we did capture one particular person. I was hoping for a little bit more, but yeah, it was going pretty good. At this point, I didn't really know if we were going to win it or not, and then with our archers and stuff like that, and a few stabs and clubs, and yeah, eventually we won, and I was really happy because none of the settlers were removed from our list, so I think it was really close for a few of them though. But we did capture one guy. The rest unfortunately died, and there's a whole pile of our settlers kind of bleeding out on the floor there, but we did get them taken. Yeah, as far as this guy here, we did send him to the cell and kind of just worked on getting everything sorted out because there's a lot of people unconscious right now, like pretty much half of our village, so probably more than half. There's a few people that need tending to for sure. But we managed it, and I did learn from my mistake. Don't put a door between your gates. That is probably the worst thing that you can bloody do when you're working with this game, especially now that the fighting combat is a little bit more complicated. But yeah, there was a few people that were trying to sort out. So that guy's, I'm not sure actually now if he was captured. He did wander off, I just noticed that, but yeah, I'll have to look in the future and see if we actually captured him or if he just kind of ran off into the distance, but hopefully we did get him. I'm not sure if we did, honestly. Looked like he was going to that breach, but that's alright. I'd rather just focus on the settlers at this point. There's a lot of people that were injured and needed medical assistance, so... But overall, yeah, it was a pretty good battle. We did survive. A lot of work to actually tend to all our wounded and stuff, so... Yeah, that will take some time to actually do, but... At this point, I was just trying to get everyone to tend to each other and sort stuff out for the bleeding and stuff, because that will kill them eventually if they don't get tended to, so. As for the outcome of the battle, we did start focusing on moving that door that we had there to behind the gate, so it wasn't going to be used as like it was before, so that way we could have our gates closed and stuff. And people were just like dying trying to tend to their needs and stuff because it was during the night, so everyone was like tired and, you know, bleeding out and stuff like that. But yeah, we were able to get everyone basically sorted out. I don't see that guy, so he might have escaped, which is kind of unfortunate, but yeah, I mean the outcome could have been way worse. Even if we didn't capture him, I think it's still a pretty good victory of what we did manage to do, so. Yeah, I was just trying to get people to their beds. Some of the settlers were fine to go back to work and tend to some stuff. We do need a medical room, though. I think that will be probably one of our main priorities next time we play this particular save. But, yeah, overall, I think we did pretty good. It turned out really good, and we're starting to work on improving some of the walls and stuff like that, fixing up as much as we can at this point. So we got some stuff sorted out for that. As far as the wall, like where the door should go, I was thinking about putting it on the other side of the market stall. And yeah, we're just trying to get everyone healed up. Some people are still bleeding out at this point. There's 2 people that are bleeding out. I had to find them and tell our settlers to go help them, but yeah, we were able to get a couple people basically regenerating. When they're sleeping, they actually do regenerate in their beds, so it does help a little bit, but they do still bleed out, especially if they've been through battle like that. So it's really important to just kind of get somebody over there to put some herbs or something on them. But yeah, so we were going to remove that door and put it somewhere else, and they did breach through the wall, so yeah, that was kind of a problem too. So we'll have to start thinking about defenses and where we're going to actually be putting the walls and stuff. I think that will be really important the next time that we play with this particular game. But overall, yeah, we've made quite a bit of progress. There's more iron over there, more stone. There's a lot of stone and iron over here. So we have a lot of resources that we'll be able to make use of next time we play the save. And hopefully we'll have some of our wall done, and we'll be able to not need to worry about as much of breaches and stuff like that in the future. But I totally almost forgot about that cow too, so I wanted to get that cow into the pen. And we're almost finished getting that barn set up, so we'll be able to put the cows in there probably next season. And then it was mostly right on after everyone was pretty much healed to start burning the bodies. So we needed way more pyres to get that sorted out. But overall, I think we did really good with that particular battle, and I'm actually glad that we were able to learn a little bit from it, that they can breach walls, especially wooden ones now, and we're going to definitely need stronger walls for that. Next season, so summer, the one that we're coming up to, is going to be RimWorld, so we're going to be playing that. It's very similar to this game, so if you enjoyed this game, you'll probably really enjoy RimWorld. It's more space related, so it's kind of the same idea. I know that Going Medieval got a lot of inspiration from it, so I think it's going to be a really good game to transition to, and we'll be playing that definitely next week. So definitely tune in for that. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, rate the video, let me know in the comments what you liked about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.